Guys, Calvin Russell here, CEO and founder of 850 Club Credit. Let's go straight into our topic today, which is how do you teach kids about debit cards versus credit cards? Let's go straight into it. So for those who don't know this already, which I'm sure you do know as you found this channel, debit cards is going to be electronic access to your liquid funds that you actually have available. If you opted into what they call overdraft protection, or I forgot what the word is. Every bank is going to have it a little bit different, but essentially the short version is opting into overdraft protection, essentially allowing your debit card to go through and approve if the money is not there. Then if you don't want overdraft protection, you simply just have to call your bank, turn it off, and you can have it where when you swipe that debit card, if that money's not available, it will decline, all right? So that's up to you. And of course, credit cards is going to be access to funds that you don't necessarily have in liquid form, but you have access to based on a credit limit. And then, of course, and most credit cards are going to let you make monthly payments, a percentage of what you owe. And of course, that's how the bank makes money. All right. So, of course, with a credit card, if you don't have liquid $50, but you just swipe your credit card, you'll swipe the credit card and you'll get a bill in the mail to pay the payment in full or to make the monthly payments on that $50 purchase. Okay. Then you also have what they call utilization. That's the amount of the credit card that you're actually using. You want to keep your utilization percentage between about 10 to 30%, and it's calculated by the balance divided by the limit. Let's talk easy numbers. Let's say you have a $1,000 credit card limit, and let's say that you want to spend $100. So now you swipe that card, now you have a $100 balance. That would be 10% utilization because that's $100 used out of 1,000. Okay. With that utilization range, again, anywhere between 10 to 30% is going to be a pretty good range. Okay. So now the biggest difference, obviously, is that with a debit card, you have liquid access to it. So it's going to only pull funds that you actually have in your account. Versus credit cards, you're going to have access to borrowed money, essentially, and you may accrue interest if you don't pay off that amount of money in full. Some credit card companies charge interest as soon as you start, swiping the card. Some charge interest if you don't pay the balance in full within 30 days or within that 30-day period, and then after that, they're going to start charging you interest on the money that they are waiting to collect from you. Okay, as long as you break it down to kids like that, this is what you have, and this is what you can borrow. Okay, and you can start off with something like like toys. They have 3 or 4 toys laying around, and you say, hey, let me borrow a toy, right? And then you give them, they give you one of their toys, and then of course you just have it where you can either exchange a toy back with them, or just so they can see that, hey, this is a debit card. So you actually took something from them, but it was something that they had. Then with credit, you can actually have to use the same exact example, but you have, let's say, for example, 3 or 4 toys. You take one of those toys, but then you say, hey, I want to take 5 toys, even though you only have 4. So they're going to have to get a toy from somewhere else, which means now they're going to have to owe that back to the bank. So there's a couple different ways you can kind of spin it on a child's level. Obviously, every child's not 5. Some children are 10, 15. So you get a chance to actually break it down to them on whatever level that works for them. But they must understand that no matter what they do, with debit, of course you have it, but with credit, how important that is not to open up so many cards in a short period of time. How many cards should they have? The utilization percentage that they should be around, like I mentioned earlier. And then, of course, most of all, making those payments on time and not putting yourself in a position where you can't afford those monthly payments. All of those things are going to play a major role when you're talking to kids about debit cards versus credit cards, or just credit in general. All right. So if you like this video, like it. You want to share it. And as always, be sure to subscribe as we have nothing but great content on the way. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.